So that's what I'm going to show you guys how to do in this video. Transplant your Monsteras, as well as giving tons of tips and tricks on how to do so correctly so that you can enjoy big, beautiful, voluptuous Monstera. What's up, plant lovers? Check out this gorgeous Thai constellation Monstera. It's looking fantastic. I gotta say, I've had it outside since the beginning of summertime. We're here in August in Westchester, Pennsylvania. And over the summer, oh man, it just really has taken off. So much so that it is definitely ready to be repotted. And really the way that I tell that it's ready to be repotted, of course, just like the proportions of that foliage to the actual size container. The foliage is just tremendously larger than that pot at this point. But also, I'm having to water it like every 2 or 3 days, which means that those roots are definitely filling out that container. And they're going to hugely benefit by being transplanted to a larger size pot so that you can enjoy big, beautiful, voluptuous Monstera. So before you get started, a couple things that you're going to want to have on hand is a next size container. I got this really great container quite inexpensively. I went to Marshall's, which is where I love to find some of my decorative containers at a discount. And then you're going to want to have some really high quality indoor potting mix. If you're new to the houseplant game, don't skimp when it comes to your potting mix blends, because they're really going to allow your plant's roots to be really happy and healthy while giving a good amount of nutrients along the way. You're really going to want a new support pole. You can use a moss pole. I don't really use moss poles anymore just because the moss gets dirty and I don't really find a whole bunch of benefits from using them. I found this stud. This is like a 1-inch stud. It was in my basement, in my garage, and this is going to be perfect. I cut it down so that it's kind of like the appropriate height. And then the final thing that you're going to want is you're going to want to have, I like to use green floral tape when I am adhering my plant to that support structure. And I'll show you how to use this later. Stuff is really beneficial for all of your climbing plants. So just for a point of reference, the pot that I'm actually starting from, it's like a 8 or 9-inch pot, and I'm going to be going to 11, 12-inch pot. That's about as big of a jump that you're going to want to take. You don't want to go from like a 9-inch pot to like an 18-inch pot. You want to do so gradually. And likewise, my support structure is like 4 feet. So the diameter of your pot times 4, that's a pretty good height for your support structure. So it's not too tall, it's not going to fall over. All right, so now let's go ahead and carefully take this out of the pot. I'm going to start by removing the current support structure. If you have a friend to help you, that's always going to be beneficial. And I have this nice little ledge I can use to lean it up. And all right, so that pulled out really nicely. And so that's what you want. If you start pulling it out and all that soil kind of stays in the pot, that means your plant is not really root bound enough to require a transplanting to a next size container. But because this came out perfectly in shape, it's definitely indicative of a plant that needs to be transplanted. So the next thing I'm going to do, if you can hear a little baby in the background, that's my 4-week-old little son. So we're just going to start by removing some of this soil. And as you're doing so, you can gently break those roots up a little bit. It's going to be really beneficial for when you are transplanting so that your roots are not wrapped around, and that's going to allow them to really assimilate nice and easily into that new container. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, so next we're going to start filling up our container. Now, I am doing this outside in August. There's really no set time period during the year when it's best to do it. Just do it whenever it is, whenever you have time. That's always the best thing to do in the garden. Now let's see, I filled it up a little bit more than halfway. And let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. So here you can see this is where the top of that soil line is going to be, and it's about an inch below the top of the container. That's going to be really important so that when you water doesn't bubble over the top of your container. So always leave a little bit of a gap. So now as we position it, we're going to try to flare those roots out a little bit, spread them out so they're nice and filling out that container. Now you can see I had it positioned a little bit towards the front, which is really good because we're going to put that support structure in the back. Now, if you have a friend, someone to hold it, that's going to be the best as you try to fill up the container. Thankfully, I have my wonderful wife here filming and helping me right now. And we're just going to fill in those gaps. So now that you can see the soil line is nice and even, we don't want to ever jam that soil down. We want to keep it, you can pack it down a little bit, but don't push it down because that's going to eliminate air pockets, which are really important for the root health. And also remember how we planted it a little bit forward. That's going to be really nice because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to have to be a little bit rough, and we're going to take our support structure and push it down. And we want to try to get it down all the way to the bottom of the soil. Now, the one area you can definitely push down, you are going to want to take your hands and really pack that soil in around your moss pole or your support structure like this. And you can see that it starts to dip down. So we'll add some more in there. And the reason we do want to do this around here is obviously we want to give it extra strength so it doesn't fall over. Give it a nice watering in. And the final step is to use this floral tape, and we're going to adhere our plant to that support structure. That's going to allow our plant to really foster that growth upwards. If you're not adhering it to that support structure, it might not get that activated signal to continue to grow. That's why it's really important to actually do so. Now, before you are ready to adhere it, you can kind of play around, see what works best for your plant. You can try bringing some to the back, some to the front, but I think that it looks pretty good like this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my floral tape, I'm going to find a nice chunky section like this right here. I'm going to wrap it around twice, like that. And then I will take it and sort of hoist it up. And I want to make sure that there is contact between the plant and that moss pole. That's really, really important. So I'm going to try to get it kind of tight. You can cut off the excess of that tape. And as my plant grows taller, I will continue to move that tape upwards with that stem as it grows. And that's really going to help it to continue to grow bigger and bigger. And with that, now you know some really great, easy to follow tips on how to replant your Monstera to the next size container, or really any other climbing plants that you might have in your houseplant home. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe to our channel. We have hundreds and hundreds of other plant-related videos. Anyways, thanks for joining me here on Plant Vibrations. I'll catch you next time. Ciao.